Hello again, New Life, and Merry Christmas. I want to sing Joy to the World with you, just that first verse. Would you sing that with me? Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. I sing that because may you and I this day prepare our hearts for his coming. Prepare our hearts to make room. We read this in John. It says, "But to all who did receive him, who believed in his name, he gave the right to become children of God, who were born not of blood, nor the will, or the flesh, nor the will of man, but of God." A people who are born of God. So I was born by the will of man or by the flesh 55 years ago. But I was born by the Spirit of God, not the will of man, not the flesh, not by blood, 40 years ago. I had been searching for God. I knew about God, but I didn't know him. And that was a crisis in my life. I was raised in an Orthodox Jewish home, supposed to go through a bar mitzvah, be accountable to God for my own sins, stand before God and form this new covenant. And the whole thing scared me. The idea that I would be responsible to God, and I knew about him. And all I mean by that, and I think many people can relate to this, if I was asked to write an essay about God, I could do a decent job. I knew God like I know the presidents of the United States. I know about him. I've read about him. I could write a paper about the presidents, some of them. I could write a paper about God, but I did not know him. And for me, I still remember the day. I was on a dock on a lake in north central Minnesota, and I was crying out to God. And I was throwing some pebbles that I'd gathered on the shore into the water, just watching the ripples, saying, God, Jesus, if you are real, then where are you? I should be able to meet with you. And it wasn't audible. It wasn't physical or visible in an earthly sense, but I was wrapped in his presence. I felt what I could only describe as a strange tingle, in a sense, inside of me. I felt the presence of God all around me and inside of me. I felt like I was immersed in his presence. And I knew that I knew in my knower that Jesus is God in that moment. And that's when I was born again, and my life was radically changed. Now, I will say that on a daily basis, I want to and strive to walk in the Spirit. And that's a hard thing. I frequently walk in the flesh. Sometimes I'm just so busy, I kind of forget about God. I go about my day. I want to walk in that place with the Spirit. But it all goes back to that moment where I was born again by the Spirit of God. That invitation is there for you. If you have never been born again, come to Jesus. Let him fill you with his presence, surround you with his presence, and be born inside of you and make you new from the inside. From that day after, may we all strive to walk in that place, to walk in the light of God, to walk in the freedom of God, to walk in the newness of life that he has given us. It's a gift, it's an invitation, and it's what Christmas is all about. Jesus Christ came that we would prepare him room, that he would be born in us, that we would be born again and might live by the Spirit, following him all our days. And so this Christmas, may you walk there, may I walk there, with that, Merry Christmas to you.